What's up, everybody? And today we're doing a video on US Army Ranger water jump. This is by SFC Austin Burner. I don't know whether this is him jumping out of the thing or not. His image, I don't know, it looks like he's got a maroon beret in the thumbnail. It says a group of US Army Rangers assigned to the 5th Ranger Training Battalion conducts airborne jump out of a UH-60 Black Hawk helicopter assigned to Charlie Company, 185th Assault Helicopter Battalion, into Lake Lanier at War Hill Park, Dawsonville, GA. I think that's Georgia, right? GA. I've been to Georgia. It's a lovely place. Also, there's a lot of crocodiles, so I wonder if anyone's going to get out of here. The annual training event hosted by 5th Ranger Training Battalion gives Rangers the opportunity to become proficient in water landings while giving the local community a chance to see Ranger training in Lake Lanier area. U.S. Army Reserve video, Staff Sergeant Austin Burner. So here's his video. It's only a 5-minute and 30-second video. Let's watch it. Let's have some fun. Listen, guys, I got something to say to you all, right? I did a video not long ago. Which one was it? It was the Blue Angel aircraft one. And I was taking the piss out of, not the Blue Angels, the other ones, the Thunderbirds, which are part of the US Air Force. And I took the piss and I said, guys, I'm allowed to take the piss because I was in the military, in the Royal Marines Commandos. And if you're in the military, it's an important part of being in the military. One of the main things you do in the military is laugh at other people in the military. It's what you do. It doesn't matter if you're different countries, because I am a US citizen and a UK citizen. And although I was in the British military, obviously I have mad respect for the US military. And I said, listen, I'm taking the piss out of them because I'm allowed to do it. And I know for a fact, if they knew that I was taking the piss out of them, they would give it back to me and I'd be all for it. I'd be all for it. And yet, there was still some boomers in the chat. You don't know what it's like to be in the US Air Force. You wouldn't know they're doing hands. Listen, I know. I understand what they're doing, right? I get it. But I'm still going to take the piss. I'm not being disrespectful. All right, guys? Obviously, there was a lot of people in the chat who were laughing and gave it me back. And that's the whole point. In fact, I wonder if should we pull some up? I don't want to name names for obvious reasons. Let me get my video up. Let me get my video up. 208 comments. Let me pull this up. There's some good ones. Let's go all the way to the bottom because it's the bottom ones that people down. You know what I mean? There's a lot of comments, guys. Give me a second. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Woke showing up in the Air Force in a bad way. I don't know what that means, mate. I don't know. Let me zoom in for you guys. I tried to like us. You're too disrespectful. Listen here, Tom Gotham. I'm just trying to take the piss. I'm trying to take the piss. This is what's important. This is what's important. You kind of ruined the video for me. Why are you here? What are you doing? This is the worst reaction I've ever seen. Disrespectful. I would not subscribe to this channel. How dare? Do you know what that reminds me of? Do you know what that reminds me of? That guy that gets arrested and he's like, a succulent Chinese dinner? I will not subscribe to this channel. Do you know which video I'm talking about? The guy's getting arrested and he's getting arrested and he's like, arresting me during a succulent Chinese dinner? Get your hand off my genitals. If you haven't watched that video, go watch it. Listen, I'm allowed to take the piss. I'm allowed to do it because they would do it to me. I know this is a bit of a rant, but I also really, really, really like it in the comments when people understand the banter. When people understand it. We get onto a rant here. It's been a while, this. I like it when other people understand the banter and they understand it and they give it back and they do it to themselves. Humility is such a massive, important part about being in the military. Humility, right? Being able to laugh at yourself is so important in the military. It's unbelievable. Whether it's through tradition or whatever. So, US Army Rangers jump in water. We might take a piss a bit, but it also might be really fun. So let's watch it. Let's have some fun and let's figure out what's going on. They're in the shorts, so we know in Georgia it's actually pretty warm. I'm going to turn this down a little bit because there's going to be no talking over it. They're in the shorts, so it must be warm down in Georgia. Obviously, Georgia's right next to Florida, for those of you who don't know. And so it gets humid and hot down there, like really badly. Obviously, they wouldn't wear that in a real life event for obvious reasons. Getting clipped in. Get your seatbelt on, lads. Do you know what I've done? I've not done this, but I've done similar stuff where you're about to do something in the military and you get butterflies, and it's a mix of excitement, adrenaline, nervousness in case anything goes wrong, making sure you switched on, making sure your Oppo, we call him Oppo, your friend next to you is also, you know, he's squared away. Buddy system is so important in the military. If you don't know what the buddy system is, it's basically you and a friend check each other off, right? Like, you know, you'll be like, he's putting his seatbelt on there. He'll be making sure or whatever that it's passed along and it's connected properly. He'll also be looking. He'll be like checking the straps on his friend's gear, making sure that he's okay. And his friend will be checking him. And it's just a second set of eyes. It's really important. Buddy system is massive in the military. Also, what's that on his wrist? You seen that there? What's that on his wrist? Oh, he's got one as well by the looks of it. Oh, his looks connected in the middle. I wonder what that is. We've got some nice boots. Whoa, look at that guy. Looks straight out of Call of Duty with that mask. Oh, he's got a GoPro on. Nice. I wonder if that's been assigned to him. I wonder if he's been told to wear that GoPro, or I wonder if it's for his own shits and gigs. Do you know what I mean? You got all the civvies over there looking. Keeping an eye out what's going on. I wonder how high they jump from. Well, we're going to find out, aren't we? Because they also had a backpack on, so they might be parachuting out. Which is weird in a way, because that can also be dangerous if you parachute out. If we ever did jump in from vehicles like this into water, it would be straight from the vehicle into the water. Obviously, if they're going to do a parachute, it would be much higher. And also the danger of being in the water and that parachute coming down on top of you is incredibly dangerous as well. So I am actually very intrigued about what's going on here. Georgia is an absolutely stunning state. Absolutely beautiful. I bet there's some crocs in that water, though. I'm telling you right now. There'll be a bunch of crocs in that water. Where are they going? Is this the lake they're going in? Okay, they're getting pretty high here, aren't they? Yeah, it looks like they've got a bag on the front and a bag on the back. My presumption is it's a chute and then a backup parachute just in case. Maybe? Someone will let me know in the comments. Stand by. Oh, so we've watched videos before. I haven't done any jumps course in the military. But what I did notice, we watched a video on the US Airborne jumping out of an aircraft, and you see where they all clip on, and they don't pull the chute in the air. The chute comes out as soon as they leave the vehicle. And my presumption is that's this here. So they are going to parachute out. My presumption is this is what they've been clipped in with here. They're going to jump out. This will pull the chute, and they'll float down into the water. But you've also, again, you've got to be careful. When you get in that water, if that parachute lands on top of you, my presumption is as soon as they hit the water is to maybe swim backwards so that the chute almost comes down. And maybe that's a... If you've done this, let me know what the SOPs are. Let me know what they actually do. And if they just sit there in the water... Okay, boom. So he goes. The chutes get pulled. Checking his chute. Looks good. All right. I don't see any of the other lads. Where are they? Wait, where? Oh, there's what? Oh, they're right up here. They're up here. Top bin. Up here, if you haven't seen them. So where are they going to land? Like, they can't control these chutes, right? Can they control the chutes? Either way, it's a large body of water. The chances of them hitting the ground is pretty slim here unless there was a crazy amount of wind. But they wouldn't take them... Oh, maybe they can. Maybe they can control it because he's got like a red thing there. He also blew up what looked like... Oh, okay. So the front piece might actually be a life jacket. It's inflated it right underneath my head. Let me move my head real quick. There's an inflatable, and I heard it go up then. Let me go back a tiny bit. Let me turn it up. Wait for him to jump. All right, I'm going to turn it up a bit here, so just be aware, guys. Listen. Checks the chute. And then... So he has got something he can control it with. He is controlling it. I don't know how much control he gets over it, but... Listen. There you go. It inflates right there. So he's floating down. That might be what the front piece was. It's interesting that they get inflatables. Because when we did a lot of water stuff in the Royal Marines, because obviously a lot of ours is amphibious training, we never get inflatables. I don't remember getting anything anyway. Oh, in fact, no, we did. We had them green ones that look like really thin inner tubes. We did, actually. When we were on stuff like Rigid Raiders and stuff, we did get them. I do remember now. All just chilling. I bet there's some crocs in there. I'm telling you that right now. Keep an eye out. We've got one, what looks like a small, like, boat coming to pick his mate over there. So he's hit the deck. I'm trying to... Oh, I missed that then because my freaking cursor was in the way. When he sees his friend at the deck, how is he getting away from that chute? I guess as soon as he hits the water, the chute just blows anyway with the wind. There's another one there. Okay, he's hitting the water. Boom. Chute's coming down, and it looks like it automatically... I mean, that's pretty close to him, that, isn't it? I guess he's floating anyway, so he would be able to just pull it off him. Holy shit, they got to him quick. They pull the chute in straight away. Lot of cables there. Cables, ropes. Boom. Chute's back in the bag. Easy as that. I am very much questioning this though. Is it that... So let me try and explain this in my head. There's wind blowing. Even if it's like a very light wind, there's still a bit of wind most of the time. And you're moving with that wind. And you got to remember, I was in the Royal Marines. I wasn't in the paras. I never did any jumps course, so I'm trying to presume here. You're moving slowly with, even if it's a slow amount of wind. And even if you hit that water, the chute is still moving. Hence why it would go to the side of you. But you've also always got to take into account it landing on top of you, aren't you? Just in case. And my presumption is because it's inflatables that you'd just be able to pull it off your head. And the worry would be if there's not inflatables. But at the same time, let's flip this around and say that it is... let's say you're in operations, right? Let's flip it around. You're in operations. You've got to jump. The water's choppy. It's windy out. Do you still have inflatables? Maybe. You could still easily get wrapped up in that. You'd just have to cut... You'd have to cut your way out, like, quick, wouldn't you? Someone let me know about that in the comments. I guess there wasn't too much taking the piss out of this one, because it was actually a pretty fucking solid video, wasn't it? The Air Force, on the other hand, they got a lot of laughing at. Very interesting video. I feel like I've come away with this with more questions than anything else. Let me see if I can hear what they're saying there. Let me turn it up a bit. Brings his shootout. Not much chatting really, is there? That's it. Yeah, let me know. Let me know. There's a different video now. Let me know if you know more about it. Let me know in the comments because I'm definitely... Oh, look, someone, first comment. Gators must be thinking, wow, food falling from the sky. Yeah, seriously. That was a really good video. That was a really good video. I definitely have come away with more questions than anything, though. As someone who did more amphibious stuff, right, having my Green Beret and doing stuff in the Royal Marines, it does make me question a lot of... when I was younger and I was in the military, I bet I would have loved to have done my jumps course. These days, I have no interest in jumping out of planes. As a 32-year-old, I have no interest in jumping out of planes. I've got kids, and I got better things to do than jump out of planes, to be honest with you. But I do have a lot of questions, and I feel like I would have really enjoyed doing that when I was younger. I really do. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. As always, I will leave a link to the original video in the description. It's always in the description if you want to watch it without me waffling over the top. Other than that, don't forget to subscribe, guys. We're close to 500,000. Let's do it. Let's do it. Until next time, I love you all. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.